My name is Stan Schreiner, and my story is I'm a cancer survivor. Obviously, you can tell that. But my cancer was lung cancer. I was diagnosed about 4 years ago, so I consider myself about a 3.5-year survivor. And probably one of the more interesting parts of my story, there were several very interesting parts of the journey, but the one I can share with you today is the one I have on top of my head. I came up with the idea that I needed something to kind of, I don't know, lighten the load or put a little humor into the whole journey, so I decided to get myself a bright hat. And every time I'd run across one of the medical providers, I would have them sign my hat. And we put on the brim of the hat, together we will beat it, with the thought that we are going to beat this thing. So when I got to the point, I think the decision point was when I went back to the oncologist after surgery and things looked like they were looking good. I went back to all of the people that put their name on the hat, and I had them one by one take a black pen and start crossing off the word will. So it currently reads, "Together we beat it." So we had fun with it, and I think everybody kind of had a good time. We're actually enjoying life probably more than before we heard the bad news. So it does definitely change your life and makes you want to live life to the fullest. This is my short wife. I hope we can both fit in the picture together. But when I needed her as a caregiver, she was the tallest person in the world. So I owe so much to my wife.
And most especially our Lord, who has been so gracious with his blessing. Well, my husband was just phenomenally blessed. He had chemo and radiation and absolutely no side effects. And I give credit to Christ first, and his perseverance and humor, and the lovely, lovely caregivers second, and the excellent surgeon.
And I was in the hospital for about a week. And
after surgery.
My caregiver was with me in the room every single night. Fortunately, they had a chair that kind of made into a bed, and it was wonderful. The interesting part of the journey was when I was diagnosed about 4 years ago, first thought into my wife's mind was, oh, she was so sad, we won't be able to say we were married 50 years. She wasn't that optimistic at the time. Last August, we did celebrate 50 years of marriage. And we started our celebration with a champagne float down the St. Clair River on inner tubes. The next day we headed off driving to Alaska, and we were 2 months on the road. So, wonderful celebration.